Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at two, well, I would call them field watches. I guess this was not technically a field watch because it doesn't have the 24-hour scale. But anyway, looking at two watches in a similar price point, using the same movement, and there's other similarities as well here. In my left hand, we have the Axios Pathfinder with the slate gray dial. The price for this, $329. And then here we have the Seiko 5 Sports. This one is the SBSA113 because it's from Japan. It's about 300 bucks last time I checked. And then the US market version of this is the SRPG29, and that's about $220. So the Axios is using the NH35 movement. There is not a date window present on this dial, so you do get the go state position. And the Seiko is using the 4R36. You have the day and the date. I'm keeping it on the kanji day just because I like the way it looks. I don't actually know what day that is, but hey, it's half the fun. 100 meter water resistance for the Seiko versus 200 for the Axios. And the Axios does have a flat sapphire crystal, and the Seiko has a domed hardlex crystal. So screw down crown on the Axios, a signed, actually that's a lumed signed screw down crown. And the Seiko does not have a signed crown. That doesn't really bother me. I actually kind of prefer the look without a signed crown. All right, let's go over the dimensions here, and then we'll talk about some of the pros and cons of each of these watches. So let's start with the Axios. Looking at 47 millimeter lug to lug. It does have the female end links, so that's your true lug to lug. 40 millimeter case diameter, 12.4 thick, and we have 20 millimeter lug width here. And it does taper. It tapers down to 18. I'd like a little more taper, but at least it does taper. And then that crown is a 6.2 millimeter, again signed screw down crown. Weight for this watch, size for my wrist, is 147 grams. So to the Seiko, very similar lug to lug, 47.7 lug to lug, 39.4 case diameter, 13.5 millimeter thick. Doesn't quite look it. It does have that domed crystal, which counts for, say, at least another millimeter of thickness. Lug width is 20, and it does taper down to 18 millimeter, and a 6.4 millimeter non-signed and non-screw down crown, and 127 grams, size for my 6.5 inch wrist. So this watch here has hollow end links, stamped clasp, and then these pieces connecting the bracelet to the clasp are hollow as well, just stamped sheet metal. Kind of a weird bracelet system here. This side over here is a weird stamped system as well. Not sure what that's about. So the bracelet, yeah, it's kind of cheap. Actually, I think these are, they almost look like they're cast and then polished. You can kind of see a split line on these links. If it's coming across the camera or not. This one right here I can see by eye really easy. Yeah, okay, there we go. We can see it now. So I'm assuming these are cast and then they just polish them. And it does only have 2 micro adjusts. And again, these links are they're pretty big, so it just has it a little bit loose. I do like the display case back though. That's cool, even though the movement's not finished. And you do have drilled lugs, so we are polished on the sides here and brushed on the top. Really like this dial. It's a dark blue. It looks really good in the light, in the sunlight. And I think you can get a hint of the blue here. I like how those indices just pop. I think they're applied indices. It's hard to say really. And we'll look at the Lume with this compared to the Axios here in a minute. The Axios is very heavy and solidly built. I really like the links on this, on the bracelet, how they're chamfered on the edges. It's a real nice looking bracelet. I do wish that it would taper a little bit more. Same for the Seiko, but this bracelet feels a lot better than the Seiko bracelet. Milled clasp, solid end links, solid links. Even of course, the links coming into the clasp is solid as well, just like most watches are. Again, that Seiko system's kind of weird. And then you have 6 micro adjust here, so it should be very easy to size this to whatever size you need. Does have an engraved case back, nicely engraved with the Pegasus there. So a very nice watch for $329. And it does have a textured dial with these nice applied indices. Really like this watch too, just wish it was a little lighter. Maybe go down to 100-meter water resistance, and I'm perfectly fine with a push-pull crown for this style of watch. If it's not a dive watch, it doesn't need a screw-down crown. That's my opinion at least. So just a quick look at these side by side here, and I'll get these both on wrist. I think I covered everything I wanted to as far as my notes are concerned. Today I'm wearing the Oliver green. Actually, I just sized this watch yesterday, so trying it out on the bracelet versus the silicone strap. Yeah, let's get the Axios on wrist first. I have not worn this watch in a while. Let me know which of these you would purchase. I guess I sized this one a little bit funky. I should have put more links on this side. I like the textured dial. I like the applied indices. It's a good looking watch. I really like this watch too. It does feel a little bit jangly, kind of like my SKX, but I don't know, Seiko's just wear so well on wrist, and I really like the way this watch looks. It's a nice sunburst. It's a deep sunburst blue dial. I don't know how they do this. It just looks good. Actually, I didn't zoom out, so let me zoom out for this one here. I like the drilled lugs as well. Hollow end links are a bit of a bummer though. I'm trying to get these things out of the range here, but this is my Islander ISL some number, which I forgot, on the Clockwork Synergy FKM rubber strap. This thing is super comfortable. Anyway, try and get it out of the frame there. Get this guy back on. I'm tempted to try this on some different straps. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, let me pause the video and then we'll check out the Lume on both of these. Alright, so of course on the left we have the Axios Pathfinder, and on the right the Seiko 5 Sports. I do like that loomed second hand on the Seiko 5, the arrow tip there. I don't see a loomed second hand on the Axios. Looking at the hands on the Seiko 5 are brighter than the hands on the Axios, but of course the indices on the Axios just blow away the Seiko. It would be nice if the Seiko had loomed indices. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Like the video and leave a comment below. As always, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for watching.